This is a Zagg Slim Book Go. This was a surprisingly good product from my perspective. I wasn't sold on it at first, but it's actually really grown on me. Now, unlike other products that try to make your iPad like a laptop, the Slim Book Go allows you to use your iPad easily by itself, as well as with the keyboard. Now, when it comes to keyboard cases, I would rank this one probably right below Apple's Magic Keyboard, and it's miles ahead of the Brydge Pro that I reviewed last week. For the rest of this review, I'm going to talk about the overall design, the keyboard, the typing experience, and occasionally throw in some comparison against some of the other products that I've been testing. At MobileReviewsEh, Monty and I base all our reviews on actual usage. We buy most of the products we review and it ends up getting pretty pricey. The overall setup with this product is simple. There's a case and there's a keyboard, and they attach magnetically. Now the case itself has buttons that are quite tough to press, which is terrible. The case edges are quite loose, but the case fits tight enough that the iPad isn't going to come out unless you want it to. There are two areas for your Apple Pencil, one at the top for easy access and one at the hinge that kind of keeps the Apple Pencil safe during transport. I do like the giant USB cutout because I've got a variety of different cables, and they're all not the same size. And so some of the cases that I've reviewed recently, like the Metropolis and the Otterbox Symmetry, some of those cables don't work with that case. But because there's a giant hole here, that's not going to be a problem. There is a large hinge on the back of the case, which seems quite ungainly at first, but is incredibly useful. I have yet to come across any issues with a hinge not holding the angle that I set the iPad to. And I think it's still just as tough as the day I got it. This hinge seems quite this is a heavy duty hinge. I will note that the speaker cutouts project the sound towards you rather than out to the sides. The keyboard portion of this product is covered in two different materials. The working side has a smoother finish, whereas the exterior has kind of a rougher finish. Regardless, both of them feel actually quite nice, and it's actually a little odd because you've got kind of like this nice feeling stuff, and then you've got like hard polycarbonate on the other side. Like it's just, they're two different textures on this product. Now neither the case or the keyboard will slide around easily. Closing the keyboard on the case will put the iPad to sleep. Now when it comes to bulk, the keyboard weighs 409 grams, the case weighs 405 grams, so this entire setup is gonna double the weight of your iPad. Like this is very hefty. From a thickness standpoint, the case is almost over 21 millimeters thick, whereas the iPad is only 6.25 millimeters thick. So again, super bulky. Honestly, as much as I like this product, on days where you don't need the keyboard setup, getting like an Apple Slim case would do you some good because it's so heavy. When it comes to wear and tear, the fabric or the finish on the keyboard isn't going to last as long as the aluminum body of say the Brydge Pro Plus. The polycarbonate on the case may scuff up a bit if dropped, but normal day-to-day usage isn't going to do much. My only gripe with this product is that the case and the keyboard come apart quite easily. One slip of the hand will result in the two pieces coming apart. The hinge connecting the two pieces together, it gets the job done, but it feels a little too flimsy. I think it needs something heftier. But don't worry, at least the case will be tough enough. Sorry puppy, that when that happens, your iPad's going to be fine. Now the keyboard connects to your iPad via Bluetooth 5.0. I think Zagg doesn't outright state what the Bluetooth connection is, but I was able to connect to this device from over 50 feet, and you can connect two devices almost, I think, simultaneously, which is a feature of Bluetooth 5.0 and not 4.0. The keyboard is charged via USB-C cable, and it can be charged by plugging it into the iPad. Now, can you use the keyboard with it completely dead being plugged into the iPad? No. Which was a pretty awesome feature on the Brydge Pro, but kind of not a deal breaker in the general scheme of things, I guess. Now, this keyboard has a 24-month battery, which is kind of crazy, and for some people, depending on their upgrading habits, they might not even need to charge this once before they upgrade their iPads. That is crazy. The keyboard is backlit and comes in 8 different colors with 3 different brightness levels. As a side note, my keys came with a high-pitched whine that only goes away when I turn the backlit keys off. Can you hear that? I'm really hoping it's a one-off, but Zagg customer service hasn't said anything to me. If you're finding this review useful, consider getting all your stuff through my Amazon links. This video is unsponsored, this channel is unsponsored, so all the stuff that you see me review, I usually get myself. Now, unlike the Apple keyboards, the Slim Book Go includes a row of shortcuts. The first 2 keys are used to select which Bluetooth device you're planning on connecting to. The next button is the home button, which is awesome, followed by the lock screen, multitasking, keyboard language, on-screen keyboard, music controls, volume controls, and finally, power. Now to check the power of the keyboard, you have to press the function key, followed by the control key, and then count the number of flashes as well as note the different colors of flashes. Hi, welcome back to Furnace Troubleshooting 101. The most useful shortcut on the Zagg keyboard is the multitasking one. I have no idea why other keyboards don't have it. Honestly, I'm a big fan of gesturing multitasking, very, very cool, but being able to mash this button and have like the multitasking come up. Awesome. The most useless button on this product is the language shortcut. Why? The Bluetooth connection buttons are pretty useless as well. Might as well have been better suited to have a set of screen button as shortcuts, from my perspective anyways. The keys on the Zagg Slim Book Go are quite large, clocking in at 16.5 millimeters, which is 0.1 millimeters larger than the keys on my MacBook Pro. Really? Larger keys means better accuracy of your typing, and typing with the Slim Book Go was mildly better than the Brydge Pro. It honestly should have been much better, but the problems I had with the Brydge Pro is in terms of toughness, well, it happens to this product as well. I'll be honest with you, typing with the last two iPad keyboards really made me question my typing ability. I learned how to type through Mavis Beacon, and I think I was averaging close to 80 to 90 words per minute, and with these things it's like... Now this product works best on a flat surface, as using the product on my lap was a little nerve-wracking. It's doable, but knowing that the hinge is relatively flimsy, I was always on the edge about having the iPad detach and fall off my lap. The footprint of the keyboard is quite large, so to comfortably type on my lap, the iPad basically was right above my knees. So the heaviest thing in this entire product setup was basically just teeter-tottering over my knees. Now I'm not a particularly tall person, 5'9", so somebody with longer femurs may not have this issue. And when it comes to versatility, I love just how easy it is to use this product how you want to use it. You get to fit the iPad around where you are rather than the other way around. Kind of like you want to slouch when you type, you just change the viewing angle slightly. You need to use your iPad for a recipe, detach it from the keyboard and stand it up. Like, the footprint of this product is actually quite small. Like, it doesn't really get in the way of anything. And because this is flat, you can even like put stuff on top of it. Like, this is great. Need to make a few doodles, flatten the case and just, you know, doodle away. Feel like working on the countertop, but don't feel like cranking your neck? Change the angle and move the iPad further away. Like, honestly, this hinge, as much as I think it looks ridiculous, is incredibly useful. Like, if they could come out with a good case that improves the buttons, that doesn't do this easily. I'm never that impressed with Zagg's products, and this is probably the best Zagg product I've used, if you can look past the build quality issues. So that's all I got for this video. Questions, comments, leave them down there. I've got a bunch of other keyboards I'm planning on reviewing. The Brydge Pro Plus, I've got the Logitech Slim whatever book thing, as well as some cheap Amazon thing. I figure I'd give that a go. So basically any keyboard out there that fits the iPad Pros, I'm gonna review it. First time watching one of my videos, I do encourage you to click subscribe. Monty just got a bath, and so his beard is very poofy right now. Producing content a lot lately, almost on a daily basis, releasing around lunchtime, noon, every single day-ish. That's kind of all I got. Thanks for watching. For the rest of this review, I'm going to talk about the, furnace. Just turn off. Is going. Oh, there goes my Apple Pencil again. What? Oh, that was pure vocal cords, not just, you know, when you sing, you have like throat singing, and then you got chest singing, and that was pure throat. Ugh, it's still buzzing me, and it's annoying.